Folks, this home left my buyer clients feeling scared. I'll get into that and then the latest home prices and insights for the Peel and Durham region for week ending June 26, 2024. Security systems are everywhere these days. You go see a home, I'm with my buyer clients looking at a property. We kind of expect to see a camera in the front, camera maybe on the side of the house, one or two, camera overlooking the backyard many times. You expect it. You expect good locks on the door. You expect security systems in any home you go into these days. But we went to one property, just in the driveway, there was 5 cameras looking at the front of the house, onto the street, by the front door, just every single angle you could think of. There was a camera that had the angle captured, and it's noticeable. You saw this right away as you walk up the driveway and you're wondering, wow, that's a lot of cameras. We expect to see cameras these days, but that was a lot of cameras. And then we go in the home and every room had a camera. The whole home was being monitored. And I don't think these were put up for showings when these people decided, when the sellers decided, hey, let's sell our house, but first let's install, a dozen cameras everywhere. These were all hardwired in. These cameras have been there for a while. Now, buyers, when they see that, they're thinking, what's wrong with this neighborhood? Is it that dangerous that, these people, the sellers, need all these cameras? But what a lot of sellers don't think of is the other thought that goes through the buyer's mind. And that's, what are they doing in this house that they need so many cameras? Because you could easily look up the neighborhood and, quickly conclude, and the specific neighborhood I'm talking about was nowhere more dangerous than any of the other neighborhood. It was a typical neighborhood. And so, but the buyers were thinking, what are they doing in this house? What illegal activities are they doing in this house that they need so much protection? And if we buy this house, and my clients like the house, but if we buy this house, are we now going to have a potential situation where somebody comes back looking for the previous owners? My clients have a small child. Even if they didn't, it's making them very, very uncomfortable, even though they like the house, to think, what illegal activities are these sellers doing? And it's because of the cameras. So I'm not telling you how to live. Live however you want. If extra cameras makes your life more comfortable, more secure, it's your home. Do whatever you like. But understand, the minute you decide to sell your house and you're inviting potential buyers into your home, they're going to notice everything and they're going to question everything. And some of the images that you're portraying out there, some of the thoughts that are going to go through the buyer's head may not be in your favor as the seller. Like in the situation I explained, where my buyer clients are wondering what illegal activities are going on in that home. And maybe it's nothing. Maybe the sellers just feel more comfortable with all these cameras around. But other people may not see it that way, and it may be working against you. So give that a thought when you're, excessive in security or anything like that, because it could hurt you. If you feel this video can help somebody please pass it along. If you get value from what we're talking about, subscribe. If you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. Up here, there's a link to my calendar. Below this video in the description, there's a link to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you, and we'll talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, let's get into the numbers. Here we go, folks. In this show, we're focused on, I'm going to show you a quick summary here, Mississauga Brampton and Durham for detached properties only. Now, for Durham, I'm using Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby as my Durham sample. Mississauga, just a quick snapshot. Average prices in Mississauga have been trending down for a little while now, and the difference in average sold price between, say, Durham and Mississauga is only $259,000. Now, $259,000, it's a lot of money. I say only because we've seen it at $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 over the course of this year. So $259,000, that gap is becoming smaller. Let's focus and start with Mississauga detached properties for week ending June 26. 51 detached properties were sold. Now, if we compare to over the last 4 weeks, 51, I would say that, sales are kind of trending up. However, they're really going up by 1 or 2 each week. So 51 seems to be about the norm right now over the last few weeks. The amount of properties selling at $2 million or more, that's been trending down. We're now sitting at 4 for week ending June 26. And average sold price is most definitely trending down. We're now at $1,463,000. 1,463 is 2% lower year over year. The median price is 4% lower. The dotted line, that's a 4-week moving average. And both median and average price are trending down. 51 were sold, 35% sold at list price or more. Listings are down. I mean, it's not like listings are terrible. 121 detached properties were listed, but that's fewer than the previous couple of weeks. Active listings is trending up, although the current week that we're in is down a little bit from the previous week. Overall, active listings are higher than they've been at any other time of the year. Months of inventory was trending up. It's now sitting at 3.1 months of inventory, a little bit lower than what it was over the last couple of weeks. Let's see what happens with months of inventory. But I'm thinking if prices are coming down, months of inventory is going to continue to climb. Let's see how things kind of play out over the next few weeks. Here's Brampton. 51 detached properties were sold. 51, if we go back the last 2.5 months, in the high 40s, low 50s is about normal. So sales are pretty steady right now in Brampton in the low 50s, high 40s range. 51 were sold for week ending June 26. One of those was at $2 million or more. Average sold price, although it's up from the previous week, to me it looks like average prices are trending down. Currently, we're sitting at $1,180,000. 1,180 is 12% lower than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 8% lower. And when you use the dotted line as a gauge, both average and median prices do show that it's trending downwards. 51 were sold. 31% of those sold at list price or more. 176 were listed. Active listings is trending upwards, although unchanged over the previous week. Overall, trending upwards. Months of inventory sitting at 4. Months of inventory has been trending up. Prices have been trending down. That's the normal behavior between months of inventory and prices, average prices. Here's Durham region. Again, I'm using Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby as my Durham sample. 54 detached properties were sold. 2 of those were at $2 million or more. Average sold price shot way up there to $1,204,000. There's 4 times in total this year, 4 weeks in total, that we've broken the $1.2 million barrier. The current week we're in, June 26th, is one of them at $1,204,000. $1,204,000. I just talked about, how for this year that's high. It's still 10% lower than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 5% lower, and both median and average very gradually are trending downwards. 54 were sold, 48% sold at list price or more. 142 were listed. Active listings is trending upwards. The months of inventory, wow, we hit 2 months of inventory. I know 2 months is way lower still than a lot of the other areas, but for the Durham region, I mean, we've been around 0.8, 0.9, 1. So to be at 2, it's a lot of change in the Durham market. Here's a quick summary. We're pretty much in a balanced market in most areas. There's not too many that's actually going to be a buyer's market, but you may come across some neighborhoods, and some neighborhoods, but very few, you may experience a seller's market, but that's for those 1 or 2 properties that are just pristine and high demand at a great price. Lots of buyers will want them. There's still going to be situations where you're competing, but overall, pretty much a balanced market. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. You're about to see 29 Oleana Way in Brampton. This is a large 4-bedroom townhouse over 2,300 square feet, and it still has room for a large office. It's a modern home, and the lot, big lot, backs onto a forest. Have a look.